Boop. And it should let me load in. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Okay. And just gonna quickly get my taxes submitted there. Admiral, congrats on grabbing first. Thank you for submitting your taxes. Much appreciated. And then I just need to send the YouTube link over to Discord. And we are good to go. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Last time we were on the server, last time I was on the server, you guys only got to see this if you watched the Q&A video, was I worked on these trees. And so I did a couple of trees over the course of about 30 minutes or so. It really didn't take long, but I did a couple of trees just leading up into the village, and I'm gonna hopefully do more of those over the coming weeks, just as I have time, because unfortunately this will otherwise not get done, and there's like no chance I can do it on stream. There's just like absolute zero shot. So I'm trying to do it off stream when I have time and just kind of add a little bit of tree here and there and a little bit everywhere. And then once that's done, we'll look into seeing how we can actually wrap up the rest of the village, because it's about time. It's definitely in need of finishing. And then we'll also look into adding some trees up here and just kind of making everything look a little more finished up here on the mountainside. Now, what I'm actually going to be working on today is something I promised you I'd finish last time, which was on Monday, and it is the Skulk Cave. I keep saying I'm going to finish it, and then I don't. And so I'm actually going to finish it today, whether I place one block or many. It is time to finish it. So what I'm probably going to be doing is kind of spending the majority of my day in here, is my guess. Thank you for the lurk, Swifty. I appreciate it, and thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. And Sloth, welcome on in. How are you doing, dude? It's good to see you. Oh, wow. That was not a good pop. That was my chair. Okay, that's fine. And hello, Aiden. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Oscar, welcome on in. Hello, 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 Green Fox. Hope you're all doing well. This is where we'll be working today, though. So I got a couple of things that we need to do. We're gonna try to add a couple more of these. They're just little stalagmites, or no, the stalactites hold on tight to the ceiling. Yes, stalactites. We're gonna add a couple of stalactites onto the ceiling. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna add a little crack into the top of the ceiling here as well, where these vines are growing in. And then it'll have some sort of subtle glow to it. It'll look Skulk infested up there. And then outside of that, I don't know what else. There will be some details up here that need to be done. We need to kind of like just put some more veins around to kind of give it a fade out. And then we're also going to light it up with torches up here instead of frog lights, where some explorers come down maybe. I don't know. That's just a thought. I'm not doing too bad. Long time no see. Hey, well, I'm glad to hear it, dude. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I've been busy with things. You've been busy with things. So it's probably been a little while, but it's good to see you as always. Can I hack the server? No, you can't. Thank you for asking for permission, though. What kind of question is that? I know that might be top 5 questions of all time. But I've been doing some work here and there, and things have been going pretty good. But one thing you might be a little hyped to know, Sloth, is I started working on a prototype of Omnia, and it's going pretty good. I just need to get a couple more features done, which I'm hoping to either finish that tomorrow or on Sunday. And I'm gonna actually make a whole video about the first prototype of the game. It's not even anywhere near like alpha stage development, but I'm getting excited because there's a lot there already. Like, it's very simple, very rudimentary player movement, very rudimentary NPC dialogue, very, very rudimentary everything. But I'm excited for it. It's so cool. It's so cool. I've been building it in Godot, and so far so good. So far so good. I do like Godot. It's pretty nice. Let's see. Hello, Night King. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Woo, Omnia development. Let's go. Let's go. W Omnia. Yeah, Omnia is great. I love it. I love it so much, and I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys what it's looking like. It's nothing like by any means. It is complete and utter garbage in terms of like what it looks like, but it is the basis of quite possibly, and I'm not gonna go out there and just say it, but quite possibly the resurgence of sandbox games. Okay, like this thing could bring back sandbox style games to like the forefront of development, because I think people will really see. I think people will really get to see what you could do with a sandbox game when this thing actually gets off the ground. Like it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait. My brother Zachary is 13 years old and he likes Minecraft. That's awesome. Minecraft is cool. I've been playing for about 13 years. Oh. Oh boy, wait, how long have I been playing? Yeah, about 13 years. Whoa. That felt weird to say. Okay, yeah, well, I've been playing since about 2012, whenever it was on Xbox, Xbox 360. That's when I started playing. And, love the game so much. Zachary's got good taste. Can I feature in the video, seeing as I've already contributed a fair bit? Oh, definitely, dude. Definitely. At the very least, you're getting a shout-out. You're at the very least getting a shout-out, and I'll show, I want to show your prototype off and maybe a little use your music, if that's okay, like the tracks that you've made for Omnia so far. And show people, like, where it started. So it's going to be, like, way back in ideation where it's like, okay, back when I was 8 years old, the simple thought process of what the game was going to be. And then going into times where I've tried to make it before. And then bringing it back into the spotlight of when the idea really took off and was, like, something that I felt like I should pursue. And then we'll get into, like, some of the more cool things, like when you started working on things, and then the unhinged achievements. Yes, like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait. Also, Sloth, if you don't mind, I'd like to do some work to the Discord server. It won't be. I might publish it when I start doing devlogs and stuff, but I would like I'd like to do some tweaks and add some things to the channels and such. But I just want to make sure that it's okay with you if that's it's your game. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I just wanted to make that make sure it was okay with you. I made you admin for that reason. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, dude. And again, thank you for setting that up. I think I said it before, but I want to say it again now because it's like, it's finally almost time to start utilizing that. Hello, Aztec. Welcome on in. But like, it's helpful having help, you know? It really is. It really, really is. Also, I'm sorry, scatterbrain. I know there's like a slim chance that my power goes out today. It went out yesterday, and that was not fun. But if it goes out tonight, do not expect me to come back up. I will probably leave the computer offline, and I'll probably just do something that doesn't require internet, probably work on Omnia. there's a couple of things I can do while the internet's down with it. But I can only do so much, and so that's gonna be kind of my thing. I think is if the internet goes down, I'll do some work, but I won't be able to get back online for a little bit if the power goes out. It takes a little bit to get everything going again. The internet especially, like it has to reboot the modem, then the router, and then you gotta hope that the router doesn't bug out because of the power outage. It does that sometimes. That's fun. Then you gotta go down and restart it, unplug it, plug it back in. Let's see. Hello, opponent. Welcome on in. Hello, RC. Aztec, do you have XP grinder? Yes, I do. Out in the end. Boop. Well, I thought it was gonna be quick to load, but we've got a Enderman farm out there, and it gets all the XP I need. See, I added a new funny achievement. Oh boy. All right, let's see. What is it? Sloth. I love it. Yes. Yes, dude. 100%. Yes. That is amazing. Oh, you are amazing. That I was not expecting to see that in there, but that is a solid achievement idea. I like it. Okay. What are you doing? I am getting ready to work on setting up a well, I'm getting ready to build a cave. I've been working on it for a little bit now, but I'm only just now getting around to finishing it. And I've been working on it for like the last month, and it's finally almost done. So we're gonna go work on that for a little bit. No matter what, today is the last day I'm working on it. So, like I said, if the power goes out, I'm done. I'm not coming back to it. Not tonight, anyway. I will also be hopefully beginning some work in some other areas, either building more trees. I don't usually do those on stream because they take a little more focus from me, but I would be willing to do that for a little bit, or going down into the Hobbit village and laying out the rest of the plans, because that's our next project to tackle. Noise, that must feel good. It feels pretty good. Yeah, here, let me go and show you guys. I was just down there, but we're actually going to go back down there so we can actually start working on it. I have materials for trees in me. I could have made that worse. I could have said a lot worse. That was just not great wording, though. Okay. I'm a very mature person. All right. Opponent, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. By the way, can I write more lore stuff for Omnia? Backstory, factions, nations, more planets, etc. Absolutely, dude. The more factions we have, the more nations, the more planets, the more lore that's going on there, the better. Like that makes the galaxy alive. And then hopefully we can actually implement that relatively quickly as well. So I want to start implementing lore to the game around the time beta hits, because that's when the fleshing out begins. Alpha, for prototyping in alpha, is like when I'm adding all the core gameplay mechanics and such, and it got a lot more complicated recently. I did add a vehicle. I don't know if I told you guys, but I finally added the vehicle. No, I added that last night. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. I added the vehicle last night, and it was giving me so much trouble because I was clipping into the ground so I couldn't move. So I had to change the spawn point so that it lifted you up a bit when you got off the vehicle. But then it started spawning me back at the beginning where I got on the vehicle initially, so I had to do like all sorts of crap to make it work. But yeah, I did add a vehicle. It's just a little cube. That's all it is right now, is you just ride a cube around. But it is a thing. It does exist. Thank you for the follow, RC. I appreciate it. So yeah, this is the Skulk cave. And what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be going up here. I don't know if you guys can see it too well. It's probably a little dark. Let me update some of my settings here so you guys can see a little better. Cave lighting, let's double that. Double it, give it to the next person. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of lag, but that's okay. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see a little better now. There we go. So up here, we're gonna put in like a crack, and these vines, they're going to go up into it. It'll kind of help hold this heart in place. And then we're going to put like a bunch of Skulk that's kind of like dripping out of it. It's gonna be like just Skulk overload up there. And then there's also gonna be some frog lights in there to give it a subtle glow. So we're gonna put that in, and then hopefully we're gonna build some stalactites. They're gonna be holding onto the ceiling, and we'll go from there. My hope, like I said, finishing this today, whatever that might look like. I don't care what that looks like at this point. It's just about getting it done. Also, let me check my DMs and check the funny achievement. I like that achievement. That's amazing, Sloth. Also, I might be available, Sloth. I might be. I'll let you know. Tomorrow's busy time, but we'll see. I'd be down though. I'd be down. Let's see. Right. Okay. Where are we going with this? Where do I want to start with? Let's start with the crack in the ceiling, because that's the easiest thing. I'm just gonna fly up here. Wow. Crup. That's a new word. Okay. I'm gonna come over here. Very, very carefully. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start with a straight line, because I know down the center it's gonna be split open. And then we're just gonna kind of go over a little bit like that. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do it about this wide. Oh. I fell again. No! Alright. I hate falling. I hate it so much. So that comes over like so. Okay, this is shifted a little bit. Let's do that wide. That should keep it from being too hole-like. Because that's my worry, that I turn it into a hole rather than a crack in the ceiling. That's kind of what it's turning into right now, as a hole. But we'll keep trying. And then over here, there's a very fine line between crack and hole, and I don't know. I don't know what that line is, but there is a line there. Can I join? Yes, absolutely, Gene. Anyone can join. !IP in the chat gets you all the information you need. Both Bedrock and Java, and it's open 24/7. And hopefully you'll have a good time. Okay, how's that look? Yeah, that's decent. I can work with this. I mean, I have to like change a lot about it, but I can work with it. I'm just gonna rip out all the stone. And then we'll come through, and I'm gonna add some cobblestone on the outsides of it, I think. Kind of build up the... build up some texturing. How do I join in Java? If you do !IP in the chat, I'll go and do it for you if you'd like. It'll give you the IP, and then you can join. There you go. Okay, we'll take that out. And we'll take that out. Okay. I do want the stone back, so I'm gonna go and pick it up. And then down here. Okay. I'm just trying to think. What's the best way to go about this? So we'll add some cobblestone all around the edge, and maybe we'll do some andesite as well. And then we'll do some Skulk, and then I'll add the frog lights, and then it should be fine. Where are you? My base. Okay. Actually, well, we don't need to build up a cave, but we do need a general idea of what it's gonna look like. Play... Click NPCs for instructions. Most people don't read. It's been an ongoing issue. I think that's one thing I'll have to update in the next season. Is I was assuming people would read. That was probably my biggest mistake. But, you know, it's a small price to pay. It's a good server otherwise. Let's see. I need cobblestone. And I'm trying to think where I have cobblestone. Can I TP to you? You can TP after you go through the onboarding. But you have to go through the onboarding before you can TP. Otherwise, you don't get perms. Let's see. I guess I'll have to fly up. And there might... Oh, wait. There's mobs, right? I forgot that's kind of a thing. I need to figure out if I'm gonna light this up and how. Probably fire, honestly. Fire would be good. Okay, we got plenty of cobbled deep slate. But no cobblestone here. Do we have any cobblestone over here? Crap. Hit me. Bro. Hey. I don't have a water bucket. I don't know what happened to it, but I lost my water. There's my andesite. We will want that. This one. Okay. Take that. And then we gotta find my cobblestone. So that's what we're gonna look for next. Okay. That's a good choice. Bonsai Grove. I like bonsai. Bonsai Grove's not bad. I actually just finished that one like a month ago, 2 months ago, somewhere around then. But just a warning, there's not a whole lot to do out here because there's a lot of claims, but you can have some food. You know what? You can have all that. I want stuff. that's the neat part. You play Minecraft and then you get stuff. Okay. Do I have any cobblestone here? No. And I keep bothering you about Omnia, but I'm super excited about it. Anyway, I posted a cool thing in design showcasing in the Discord. Heck yeah, man. Don't worry about bothering me, dude. I'm excited about it too. Omnia is, you know, I'm glad other people are excited about it. It makes me happy. It makes me really, really happy because I really didn't think people were going to care about the game. And just about everybody I've told about it has had, like, they've almost lit up hearing about it. Like, and I don't know if that's just the infectious joy that, you know, when you hear somebody talk about something they're passionate about, you get a little excited about it too. It doesn't matter if you're not passionate about it either. Like, when I hear somebody talk about math and they're like really passionate about it, I hate math. But I get a little bit excited about math when they're really excited about it. It's not like a super big excitement, but it's mutual excitement. See ya, dude. Thanks for playing. So you know, I hope that continues on, but yeah, dude, don't worry about bothering me. I love talking about Omnia. Also, let me go see what you posted in there. Something useful even for your prototype. Ooh, okay. Hey, yo. Okay. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'll find a way to utilize that. That'll actually be useful in the next phase. I don't have any textures yet. I have no textures for the game. It's all just very, very basic shapes, which isn't a bad thing. But it does mean, like... Oh, that's all stone. What? Oh, I didn't pick up andesite. That's why. Okay. It's all very basic shapes, and that was intentional, you know. I had to start somewhere. I meant to do this. Okay. But it's turned into, like, a mess because I can't see anything. There's no color. It's all gray. And I told myself, okay, at the beginning of the next phase, I'm going to polish a couple of systems, and then immediately after that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through and adding textures, even if they're just very basic, but something that helped me distinguish between items and such, because you only get so many shapes, especially when you're running it in a default game engine. So I've opted to work on cleaning up some stuff there. Hi, I'm new. Welcome on in, Kelvic. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing, dude? I can do 2D textures and some basic rudimentary 3D modeling. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. I'll definitely reach out to you when I'm ready for some more work on that stuff. For the prototype, I'll probably just go ahead and pull from the internet. Just grab some textures off of textures.com or whatever the free site is. I forget what it's called. Just to start out. That way you're not wasting your effort making something that might get replaced later down the road. But I'll definitely hit you up when we're ready to have some more permanent stuff, because I know that's where it gets really exciting. And I know, I'm trying to think when I put music on there. I wanted music before we did... I haven't decided if we're doing an open alpha, but I know we're going to be doing an open beta. And I know I want music before the game is open. So I've got a couple of people who have already said that they want to help with it. But I told them, I don't mind having some additional help. But my boy Sloth gets first dibs to get some tracks in there. So... I'll let you know when we're a little closer to that too, and you can hope if you've got time, you can help me out with that if you'd like. I'll send over the textures I used of the Unity prototype anyway. Oh, thank you. That would be amazing, dude. They are pretenders to the title of Music Man. Music Man. I love Music Man. Gosh, and that I should clarify. I Sloth, you're amazing, but the Music Man that I love is Matt Pat. Oh, it's not Matt Pat. Shoot. Matt Pat loves Music Man, but suddenly I can't remember the name of the franchise. Shoot. You all know the one. You know the one I'm talking about. My brain works great, guys, okay? You don't come at me. Don't come at me. No, we don't. It's okay. I'll Google it. I promise you I'm not crazy. Music Man. Not Ernie Ball. Ernie Ball is the Music Man. I forgot about Ernie Ball. I buy his guitar strings. Matt Pat. If I look up Music Man Matt Pat. Come on. Surely it'll tell me. There it is. Five Nights at Freddy's. I could not remember for the life of me Five Nights at Freddy's. Wow. Music Man from Five Nights at Freddy's. That's who I was thinking of, okay? Now you can understand why I said Matt Pat, okay? Like, I think it's pretty clear why I said that. Those two are synonymous in my mind. Gosh. I'm so good. I'm so good at everything. Okay. This is a decent hole. I'm going to put away those. And we're gonna do this. And yeah, okay. Also, I still assume we're still doing the thing where I get to be in concerts and on the radio. Yes. There's still going to be concerts. Those will have to come probably a little later than I'd like. But yes, you will definitely still be on the radio. That one's going to be an easy system to implement. Concerts, I'm still trying to work out in my head how in the world to make that, like, function properly. It's a little bit big, but I'm definitely still down for it, yes. Okay, and I think just gonna do a little texturing here on the edges. If I can reach. There are some spots where I will not be able to reach, but that's okay. Does that look good? It doesn't look awful. That's all that matters. It's like the galaxy's #1 music sensation. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I can't wait, because the fun thing with that is, like, we can, once we get your system set up, that's like the basis of future artists that we can add and such. Like, there's gonna be more concerts and more radios and people on the radio. Obviously Sloth is #1. Like, I'm 100% serious about that. Like, the Sloth raves are gonna be insane. I can't wait. But I have a couple of friends that I'd like to talk to and see if they'd be interested in maybe lending their voice over the lending their voice for a couple of concerts in the game. You know what? I'm yearning for the minds out. And hi, hello, Divine the boy. Welcome on in. Hope you are doing well. Is that an overweight middle-aged man plushie on your bed? Yes. Yes, it is. He's my son. You know, I think we look alike, honestly, you know? I think so. Let's see. So I need to do... I can't do water because it'll break the vines. Okay. It's alright. Also, another thing that I realized is we can use glow lichen. I have not used glow lichen at all in this build, but we totally could. And it would look fine, I think. Do I have... I have plenty of stone in here. I also have stone in here, so let's use this first. We'll use this as my scaffolding. Just to be safe. Okay. Doing great. 1:35 a.m. right now in South Africa. Dang. I don't think I've ever met anyone from South Africa. Now I'm thinking about it. That's really cool, dude. It is late though. It is late. If you need to head out and get some rest, feel free to do so though. I'm usually up pretty late myself though, so I can't really say too much about that. I'm up late. I'm a night owl. Boop. Okay. I prefer late nights so much. They're nice. Okay, how does that look? Adds a little bit of depth to the ceiling. A little bit of interest. I like it. Okay. So now I'm gonna come back up. Oh. I kind of missed. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to put away the andesite here. And we're going to put down a little bit more cobblestone since I can reach over here now. Yeah, sleep soon? That's good. That's good. Well, sleeping soon means you're heading out now. Thank you very much for popping in. It was good meeting you. If you want to stick around for a little bit, you're more than welcome to as well. Not trying to run you off. Okay. Can I reach that? There we go. That's what I was really wanting to do. Okay. How does that look? Still good? I'm like paranoid that this is gonna start looking bad all of a sudden. Nope, I'm gonna stick around, definitely. Well, sweet. I appreciate that, dude. Much appreciated. Okay, I think we're good here. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna run the vines up just very briefly. They're gonna get up to a certain point, and then we're just gonna actually change them out for stone. And then it's about skulking up the place, which is easy. I can skulk. I can skulk better than anyone else. New achievements dropped. Hey, let's go. I'm gonna check those out in a minute. I do want achievements in the beta, if I can. Although they may be a full release kind of feature, because I could easily see me accidentally having a bug somewhere in the game that breaks an achievement or makes it harder to get something and being an issue. But I would like to. So what are you structuring? It looks interesting. I am working on a mega build here. So I've been building this mountain range, and I think it looks really cool. It's really big. It's excessively big, honestly. But within it, I wanted to build this cave, and so I built a Skulk cave. And I'm just working up here in this area to kind of give it some more depth to the build, because the problem is the ceiling feels very flat and untextured. So we're adding a little bit of texture by, and a little bit of depth by punching a hole in it, and also texturing all around this edge. And then up in here, we're going to be putting just a little bit of Skulk and some of these vines, just to kind of make it look a little more attached to everything. And then we'll be good. We'll be set. We'll be able to probably, I want to finish it today. No matter what, we're calling it finished today. I've said that a couple of times. I'll say it again. Like, this is the last day I'm working on this build. It's not that I don't like it anymore. It's just I have to be done at some point. And I have a hard time choosing to be done. I have to tell myself I'm done. On my days, it's actually amazing. Appreciate that. It's been this build here, this cave. It's been in the works for, I forgot how long I said, a couple of months. It's been a little bit, but I think it was worth it. It was 100% worth it. Even if most people won't ever see it because it's, you know, tucked away. There's only one entrance to it right now. I think it was 100% worth it, so. Okay. I'm gonna do one more there. And right there is the other one. Okay. And then I actually think I can bring my Skulk box up, and then we can actually finish that. Wow. This actually was really, really quick. I'm just gonna take a couple of inventories full here. Okay, that should be enough Skulk. I'm going to take this box with us as well. And then we'll take this one as well. Okay. What Minecraft edition is this? We're playing Java, but it is a server, and I let anybody play, so Bedrock and Java can hop in. So you're welcome to join sometime if you'd like. Maybe not tonight since it's so late, but you know, whenever. Up to you. Okay, let's just kind of come around. Just like that. Okay. And then trying to figure out how this is gonna work. Hello Panda, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Latest achievement is one of my proudest. All right, I need to check those before I forget. Boop. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful, Sloth. That's beautiful. And now I have the song stuck in my head. Man. I can't wait. I can't wait to open up that Discord to people. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. Lava. No. What has happened to me? Josh. Oh, I fell. Okay. Well, I get to look at it from below now. Wow, it doesn't look like much of anything yet. Okay. That Discord, yo, yeah, it's So Panda, I think you've been here when I've been talking about game development and stuff. I've been working on a game, and I started prototyping very recently. But a while back, we were talking about it, and I was really serious about the game back then, but I never actually did anything with it, but Sloth was, like, carrying development for a while. And I mean carrying, like, Sloth made a prototype, Sloth made some assets, wrote some lore, like, the game was really getting off its feet, and I was just sitting there, like, amazed. I didn't do anything yet, but I started working on it recently. But back when Sloth was doing a lot of work on the game, Sloth also took the liberty of helping make a Discord server for us, which was, like, fantastic. He's really helped out with everything, much more than I can, like, even begin to imagine. There's been a lot of thought going on towards Omnia, like, real planetary data. I don't know very many people who know how to do that, but Sloth, like, spent time setting up atmospheres for planets and making sure that the data was scientifically accurate. Like, it was insane. And so the Discord is finally going to be opening somewhat soon. I don't know exactly when, but when I do my first devlog for the game, I will be opening up that server. So, you know, I'll make note of that when it happens, but you know, right now it's just kind of kind of been sitting silent, and so it'll be nice to have some new faces in there, and we'll upgrade some things, because Discord's released new features since the Discord server was even made too. I don't have a device that will support Bedrock or Java. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Well, whenever you do get one, the server will be open, so you'll be able to join. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do. Boop. That should get you the server info, the server link, and you can join from there. I've heard a bit about it. Let's see, for the record, the planetary data is as accurate as I can get it. Not wildly, I'm only 16, cut me some slack, but I still want authenticity. Yes. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's probably some errors, but it's a lot more accurate than what I would have done, and I wouldn't have even thought to make the planetary data, like, accurate either. I probably would have went, oh, well, you know, it's a... as much as, like, I have always said, this game is supposed to be as... It is rooted in sci-fi as much as it is reality. I probably would have just went, oh, you know, planets, you know, they exist, and probably done some egregious things to what science says a planet can be. And we'll still have some fun planets. Like, why not have a donut-shaped planet? But, you know, when I do get around to making the tool for making planets and such, it'll actually be able to create a planet for you and help you create the atmosphere to a realistic state as well, because of math equations and stuff. The computer will be able to run that all for you, which will be good. That way you don't have to sit there and crunch numbers yourself. It'll kind of give you a list of possible numbers to fill in and all that. My eyes are getting tired. I'm gonna head to sleep. All right, sounds good, Divine. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, dude. And I hope you get plenty of rest tonight. It was good meeting you. Okay, we're starting to come to the close on this section of the cave. It's like starting to curl inwards just a little bit. Not like heavily curved, but just a little. I'm actually gonna curve that in there as well. Okay. I was thinking of doing a donate. I'm a money hungry YouTuber. Donate now. No, don't do that, guys. Don't. Just don't. I was thinking of doing a donut-shaped world similar to the Halo world. That would be sick. I'd be so down to a donut world. I don't know, like, what kind of people would live there, if anyone. I don't know exactly how that would all function just yet. But I think it would be so cool. I'm excited for planetary travel. It's not a thing in the game yet, but it will be. Like, that is a core feature of the game. Like, it will be coming. It's just scary to even begin to try to implement that. Let me... Where's my Skulk? Ah. It's always the last box you check. It was great meeting you, too. And didn't forget Chicken Jockey. Chicken Jockey. I support chicken jockeys. You know, they did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. I don't support people throwing movie theater popcorn and drinks all over the place. But, I do support chicken jockey. Not even the yelling, but just the mob. Let me be clear, okay? Sounds really cool. I believe I did offer to help out with the game if I could in some way, but I only have mediocre experience in coding. However, I'd be down to write some lore if you would be cool with that. Absolutely. Having as many people who would like to help with any of the lore is, like, so helpful. Because there's a lot to the game, and to make it as expansive as possible, it's better to have a lot of people who can help with that stuff, because there are days where my ideas are dry. They've just run dry, and I'm only able to add things. Having people who are already, like, full of ideas, or that have already set up a bunch of ideas for me to add, makes it, like, so easy to just sit there and hammer it out in a couple of sessions. It's really dark up here. Okay, how's that look from underneath? You'll hardly be able to see it, but that's okay. Let's see. Achievement, yes, Rico. Kaboom. Blow up a house. I'm loving these achievements, man. I'm loving these. One last thing is the game you're talking about. Is it going to be on mobile? Also, is it 2D, 3D? The game I'm making, I would like it to be on mobile one day. However, the technology it's using, I have no clue. I have no clue if it's going to... I have no clue if it'll be able to run, honestly. But it will be a 3D open world RPG space exploration game. It's probably not going to come out for another 10 years, so, you know, you got time. You got time to... I mean, phones have time to actually get to a point where they may be able to run it. Like, that's insane. I can't explain what the hole in the ceiling looks like. Oh, no. No! No! You know, maybe it doesn't help. Yeah, okay, I can see why. I mean, yeah, I can't even be mad at you. Okay, but 10 years though? I mean, it may not be 10 years, but I'm just being like pessimistic on the deadline because uh I'm only in the prototyping stage right now, and I've always been told to double your expectations. And like I'm expecting this to take me probably 5 years to have even remotely to a point where I'm like happy with it for a full release. And mobile can't happen until after the full release just because the technology will be changing so much. I do want to add a VR version of the game, so I will be working on that technology at some point, but that's a whole thing. Is that thing in the center meant to be a heart? Yeah, it looked a lot more heart-like until I added the veins. But it exists. What I'm actually going to do eventually is I'd like to set up a clock in the heart that that plays a drum beat from a note block a couple of times. And so it'll actually have the beating sound. It'll add some atmosphere, but you'll probably like not even be able to hear it very well. So I might have to like add a couple of spots where the note blocks are at, so you can actually hear it throughout the whole cave. But we'll see. I know I'm right. Don't shoot the messenger. Listen, man, it wasn't intentional. Okay, it wasn't intentional. This isn't gonna be good. 5 years? Yeah, 5 years. I feel like that's probably reasonable. The AI is what's gonna take so long to build, in all honesty, because I need to make my own in order to be sure that it's 100% ethically sourced. I don't want to like steal people's work in order to make my game. And so the large language models is going to be interesting. I gotta look into seeing if I can source one myself. Otherwise, I gotta figure out how to build one and make it diverse enough that it will understand different groups of people. And I'd like it to be able to support different languages. That's the nice thing about Omnia, is because the NPCs are, well, they're NPCs, and they're not going to have hard-coded voice lines or anything. Theoretically, we can have the AIs do their own translations within the game, and we can even have an in-universe explanation on why everybody can understand each other. And everything would be perfect. Okay, I've already come up with an idea of how the AI could work. Oh, dude, you are amazing for that. Oh, right. No, you sent me the Yeah, I remember. I remember now. That would be, I'll have to see if I can. I'll see if I can make that fit into the alpha, but I think we can make it work. Yeah. You're not wrong, but when the messenger comes up with the message, then they deserve what's coming for them. What are you thinking? What are you thinking artistic design-wise when it comes to the graphics for this game? Now, this is where I lose a lot of people because they're like, my computer can't run that. And like, you're right. But I want it to be as realistic as possible. So, graphic-wise, and I'll include audio in this as well, I'm going for realism. Like, I'm talking full-scale everything. The problem I'm running into is technology isn't quite there for the graphics side of things. It can run the AI probably just fine. But trying to do that paired with the graphics is going to kill graphics cards probably. So we're going to have a scaling option where it will go all the way up to lifelike detail, as high quality as we can figure out to get it. To the point where you can see reflections in eyeballs or something like that, you know, something crazy. That would be kind of a flex to be able to see reflections in people's eyeballs. I feel like it would be doable though. But I want I want it to be scalable to the point where, like, if your PC is a potato, but it can at least run the AI. Let's say it's running an RTX 20 series card. It could probably run the AI just barely, but it's not gonna be able to keep up with the graphics. Well, you can scale it all the way down to 2D art, and it will be like the original Doom games where it's like 2D sprites and they turn to look at you, so it appears 3D to you, but it's just a couple of 2D sprites with very, very loose animations. And because the art isn't what makes the game amazing necessarily in this case. Like, don't get me wrong, the art, I'm hoping, will make people's jaw drop, but in order to keep the game as non-intensive for people, I am willing to create a scaling option. Maybe even call it a texture pack of sorts. That way, you could toggle it on and off easily. Some people might prefer to play in the 8-bit, or it would probably be 16-bit resolution. My idea of the AI focuses and codes have been tried and tested on my own Unity trials. Yes. And it seems to work pretty good. So I think it's a good idea. I think Baldur's Gate 3 graphics may have to be your best bet for the moment, which I believe is the closest to what you want. It's pretty close. It's at least the closest that I've seen in recent times. Let me see. There's a game that's coming out, and I want to show you guys it. And you'll get a really good idea of the level of detail I'd like. It's, what is it called? Is it Intergalactic? When did they come out with a new trailer? What? Okay, well, apparently they put out a whole trailer? Or is that the reveal trailer? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna mute tab. Pull it up here. Getting late over here in the UK, so I'm gonna go to sleep now. All right, sounds good, Sloth. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, dude. You've been amazing. You have been amazing. Thanks for popping in, though. It's good seeing you. Let's see. Okay. So, is this the right thing? I think it is. Okay. So if I pull up window capture, properties, that one, pull it up here, and then I need to add it over here as well, so YouTube, you guys can see it. Okay. So there's this game that Naughty Dog is working on, and it's called Intergalactic. And this is captured on a PS5. It's in-game cinematics, but this is about the level of detail I'm hoping to achieve with the game. Somebody is typing a lot in chat. What's going on over there? Boop. Oh, a lot of people are getting stuff. Okay, I see. Is this the right game? Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, I'm not, like, playing audio because I'm pretty sure there's copyrighted audio in it, but this is, like, the level of detail you're looking at. And I'd like to try to achieve something similar to this. I know a lot of people have already thrown hate at the game, but I'm kind of hyped just because of how it... This is on a PS5. And the cinematic is in-engine footage. I believe they said that during the reveal of the game. Like, if I could get something close to this, I'd be very happy. It's a very, very, very insane level of detail, though. So I'm hoping that we can make it look like this, but I mean, it's a huge ask. I think, yeah, around here is another really good spot. The level of detail in those discs, and I believe they give us a close-up of her eyes again. Maybe they don't. I don't think they do. Anyway, this would be like the hope, the graphical hope that we could achieve. The space stuff doesn't look right to me. But it is something that I could probably work on a little bit. I don't think... I'm starting to get the feeling that this game probably isn't as much about space, but more so probably about whatever story they're telling. But open world space is kind of like the big thing that we're doing. You guys have been getting a lot of stuff really quickly. Wow. I think Poison Plant has just been handing it off, though, because Poison Plant has been on the server for a little bit. So that's the hope. I'm hoping to make that, but, like, that level of detail, that would be really cool. But I'm going to be shooting a little lower, especially during alpha and beta. Full release would be the hope, to have everything full scale, but that's going to be a little ways away. That's crazy. I'd love to see that happen. Me too, man. Me too. We're hoping. That's as much as I can do. Oh man, I fell. Okay. I guess I can look up there. So I'm gonna have the Skulk dripping down, and then outside of that, we just need to add the frog lights up there. So that's what we'll do. I don't know if I can reach it with a pearl or not. I cannot. Okay. Well, we tried. Okay. Hey. There we go. Thank you for lurk. I appreciate it, Panda. Thank you. And I fell again. Okay. Come on, King. You absolute noob. Okay. I need to light up the place because it is going to get dangerous up here. I'm going to just really quickly do that. King, what happened to movie? To movie? Oh, to movies. Okay, why do they suck now? That's a really deep question. What spurred the question? I'm curious. Did you see a movie recently that you didn't like? I think there's still some good movies, but a lot of them are pretty meh. And I don't know if that's just because we've been spoiled for so long that now we're in a point where we've seen not everything, but we've seen so much that what we're getting now is underwhelming. Or if it's like I don't know. I really don't know. Well, okay, I do have some theories. A lot of movies are getting politicized, whether rightly or wrongly, but they are getting heavily politicized, and whether it gets politicized one way or the other, that makes people upset. Because insert group here doesn't like that, or insert group here doesn't like that. And, you know, movies have always had some amount of political influence in them, but it's more noticeable nowadays than back then. And maybe that's just because of the culture we live in, but even Star Wars, the original Star Wars movies, you can tell that they were political. Like, they didn't even hide it, really. But most people didn't even realize when they were watching it of what it was supposed to be. And I think a lot of that, the story is more so sacrificed nowadays rather than the author's viewpoints. Sometimes it's not about telling the exact story a certain way. Or, okay, I should probably say it this way. The story isn't told the way it should be told. It's told a certain way so that it fits a corporation's standards. Disney, Netflix, Amazon, Paramount, all of them have these certain metrics for certain things that need to be in certain movies in order for it to get the gold stamp, aka getting produced. And if you don't meet those certain metrics, then they will cancel your movie. That has to do a lot with it. It used to be that movie companies didn't care. As long as the movie was going to do well, they'd make it. But now they've stuck their nose in everything and are stopping free creativity that the writers used to have. I just saw the 2006 film Click, and it changed me as a person. It was actually funny. What happened? I was born in the wrong generation. Older movies do tend to hold up better, I would say, yeah. The main thing I feel is scripts have gotten worse. That script is so good, it was well written. That is an interesting point. Yeah, I mean, scripts overall recently, yeah, I would agree. They're just not as good. Not as good as they could be. They've definitely been better. And I don't know if that's a lack of talent or due to movie studios and production companies jumping in to try to maximize profits, so they're cutting time in the writing room if they're if it's about fitting checking all the boxes. I don't know. All I do know is it needs to be solved, because I will say a lot of movies I watch nowadays I'm not super impressed with. Like, I liked the Minecraft movie. I liked the newer Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, or do you got something to trade for Mending? Are you asking me to buy Mending from you, or are you asking if I would sell you Mending? Because I already have Mending. I don't need any. Mario movie was good. The Sonic movie was good. The video game movies have been good. Marvel is usually a miss for me right now, but I'm kind of hyped. I want to see the Thunderbolts, and I'm thinking that will be a good movie, but I don't know. I don't know if it will be or not. I'm trying to think if there's any other movies. I don't watch movies very often. Not anything new. When I watch a movie, it's usually just something I'm watching at home because I need something to watch. Why are we moving backwards? That's the wrong way. Sometimes you gotta take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Maybe that's what they're doing. I think streaming services ruin movies. To a certain degree, I would say probably. They have definitely pushed the way we watch movies to a different direction. I love eating a hot dog sandwich. I also do love eating a hot dog sandwich. Hot dogs are good. Movies used to be made for entertainment, but now it's just like everyone has to be a cash grab. We keep remaking things and milking crap. I'm going to have to go into the film industry now to fix movies. It's been kind of on my list of possibilities that I would go into the film industry to fix things. One franchise in specific that I want to fix is Spider-Man. I want to fix the Spider-Man franchise because Sony has absolutely dropped the ball on any Spider-Man characters, and I would forgive them if they'd start fixing it, but they haven't like even pretended to care. So I am kind of the mind that maybe I have to do it. And I don't know what that process would look like, but I have a Spider-Man TV show written, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like I've got the premise. I haven't written any of the episodes really. I've got the first episode kind of like maybe 1/8 of the way done. But I hate seeing a franchise that I love so dearly get neglected like Spider-Man. And so I am attempting to be a part of the solution. How's that look? It's not awful. Okay. But yes, remakes, those are annoying. Because oftentimes they're not even, like, good remakes. And I don't know... I don't know why we've moved to that other than the fact that people go and watch it. But I'm hoping that we're done with that because... From what I heard, nobody went and watched the new Snow White movie that came out. Like, nobody went and watched it at all. If I'm not mistaken. Like, I've not heard anybody talk about the movie. So, I'm very doubtful. I'm very, very, very doubtful that Disney will keep going down that road unless they realize that the reason the movie failed was because it was a PR disaster. They picked the wrong person to play Snow White, and that's not me making a comment on who she is. Well, actually, no, it is a comment about who she is. She was just a jerk. She was a big jerk to everybody. Everybody, everywhere. It wasn't even just like targeting one group kind of deal. No, she was pretty much a narcissist in the most literal sense the entire time she was on tour to promote the movie. So no, it is 100% her fault. It may have been a good remake even. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I had no interest in watching it, and I still don't. But she definitely didn't help me have any interest in watching it. You know, when I see, you know, I'm trying to think of somebody that would be comparable. I don't get excited when I see Zendaya movies. I don't think she's a bad person, but I don't feel like I feel like every character she gets is the same character, and they're just not very well written. But she's a good actress. Like, she's a really good actress. But they always give her crappy characters. I don't like the way they wrote MJ in the Spider-Man movie. Although I know that's Michelle Jones, it's not Mary Jane, but still, my point stands. I don't like that character and the way they wrote her. I'm gonna put one right there. It's really, really dark, so I'm trying to give a little bit of light to help with things. Well, at least they didn't do the race swap like they do in every live action Disney movie. Can I make that joke that feels offensive? They kind of did. I mean, it wasn't... She wasn't German. Which is Snow White's origin 100% of the way. I can see the argument for The Little Mermaid. I see where the argument is there, and the fact that the story takes place in the Caribbean, so it would make sense why Ariel was non-white. Makes sense. Perfect sense to me. I can get how somebody could get there, and from my understanding, well, one, I know the girl they picked can sing, and sing very well, so, okay. But you can't get away with that in Germany. That doesn't work, unfortunately. It makes sense, but Disney only did it to seem diverse. Yes, that is my issue with any company that does things for the sake of diversity. I don't mind diversity. I think it's a great thing. However, to intentionally go out of your way to pick people because they're different than you, because you want to seem like you're being inclusive, is like the wrong kind of diversity, because you're basically saying that, and in some cases they do it because they say something to the effect of, well, we're helping you get roles, and it's like, that's kind of racist to say, isn't it? It's basically saying you can't do it on your own. I don't want to be political or anything, but I don't know. I say just write stories, Disney. I don't even want remakes. I don't even want you to recast people. Like, I just want new stories. That's literally all. I'm not even asking you to, like, there are plenty of great actors out there that I would watch. The only one that I would consider a remake for, that would be, and you guys are gonna shoot me when I first say it, that I think would be a great recasting for diversity, would be Cinderella. And the reason why is I think Terry Crews would play a great Cinderella. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. Terry Crews as Cinderella. I can see it. I know. It's a good idea. I want to see him try to put his foot in a glass slipper. And then he could sing 1,000 Miles, you know? I think it'd be great. Snow White made 200 mil. Its budget was 240 to 270. That's insane. That's insane. They actually lost. They lost money on that. I think Disney is a failing studio. The problem is right now they will struggle this next couple of years, and the reason why is due to tariffs hurting people's wallets, which will only be a temporary thing. However, they're going to struggle because the first thing that gets cut when money is tight is entertainment and vacations. Disney relies on their vacation branch to keep their entertainment branch afloat when their movies aren't doing well. Well, when their parks aren't doing well, they hope that their movies are doing well. Well, when both can't be doing well because people can't afford to go, then it leaves them in a very tight predicament. So they're going to have to take their time. They're going to have to scale back. And they're going to have to let some fresh talent in. I'm sick of all these same writers that they let in and do everything, ruining movies. Or picking up movies that they really shouldn't be writing at all. And I'm really sick of certain executives messing up certain beloved franchises. You know the one I'm talking about. You know, I love Star Wars, okay? I'm gonna say her name. Kathleen Kennedy. She absolutely crapped on Star Wars. And she killed Indiana Jones. And she has basically ruined Jurassic Park, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't even watched the newest Jurassic World movies, but they really aren't anything to make me want to go watch them because they just haven't been good. And you know, if she was gone, I guarantee you these franchises would work out a lot better. I like some of the more recent additions to the Star Wars universe, and I liked the sequels. Like, I actually liked them to a certain extent. However, I see a lot of people's criticisms of it, and they're not 100% wrong. I do think there were some problems with those movies. But I found them fun enough that I could excuse it to a certain degree. I'm gonna put that there. This one we'll cover in Skulk vein. Okay. Play Roblox, please. I don't play Roblox. Sorry, code. I haven't made anything new and good since I was born. Well, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, probably. A lot of the Marvel projects they did was good, but those are all sequels, technically speaking. After a certain point, they were sequels. When they add like a new hero to the franchise, I'll say that's new. Shang-Chi? I don't know however you say it. That's a really good movie. I actually enjoyed that one. Good franchise. However, I doubt they're going to do much with it because they seem to always be in a rush to kill off characters now. That was a solid one. Disney didn't make Spider-Verse, but Spider-Verse is good. That one can be taken to Sony's credit. They have done something right there. I take it back. The Muppets movie. Okay, that's a good point. The Muppets movie does exist. That's a solid one. I should make movies on Twitch SMP, like a full 2-hour film on Twitch SMP. Honestly, people would be so down for that. If you wanted to do that, you could get a lot of people in the SMP interested in being in it. You're not entirely wrong there, Swiftu. I'm not gonna lie to you. You are actually kind of on the nose about that. It's a thing called knowing your audience, and yeah. That's just not a thing that some people are capable of. Slash home. I can't say much else than that. Where's my Skulk farm? There it is. I'm gonna remove my Skulk. Del home Skulk. And I'm gonna keep Skulk Farm because that's the one I actually need. /home Skulk Farm. There we go. I try not to have too many homes. I don't love having a bunch of homes, but sometimes you need a couple. And I did need a few. Honestly, that'd be a cool idea. It would be, because you could do like a whole thing where you have people help build you sets. And so like you could do like, oh yeah, we need to build like part of New York for this one scene. And then we also need like a couple of houses for this, and then you can have everybody play characters and voice act. That would be so fun. I would be so down to help you with that. We could run a movie studio together, okay? So if you're in Twitch SMP, we gotta build a movie studio, and it'll be like we'll co-run it. I'll help you with it, and it'll be a fun time. If you want my help, you might go, nah, King, I don't need you, which fair enough. But I would be so down. I'm tempted to bring the one redstone idea from my video ideas to be half of it me designing and the other half me putting in the TSMP. Do it. Do it. I've been trying to think of ways to include Twitch SMP and King SMP in my videos because it helps me get work done if I can do it. So one idea that I've got right now is building Steve's lava chicken on Twitch SMP. I think it would be funny. I really do. And I think there's a way to do that that would make for a good video as well. Not necessarily entertainment, but maybe a tutorial. Although there's already plenty of tutorials on how to build Steve's lava chicken. But, you know, why not do my own spin on it? And then, I think... Well, and then obviously doing time lapses. I did my tree time lapse while I was building the trees on King SMP during the Q&A. That was good. But just trying to find little ways to get stuff done would be nice. I would be so down to run a movie studio with you. This all holds on the idea I actually get in. Who knows what'll happen? Yeah, I mean, who knows? But... you know, if you're in, I'd be down. It'd give me something else to do. Because I feel bad. Like, the only thing I'm ever doing right now with the SMP is I am chronically stuck just building. And right now it's just draining. I'm not even building. I'm draining. I want to build a movie studio now. It would be so cool. We gotta do it. If you're in, dude, we gotta do it. It'd be called Swifterwood, and you build out like your own Hollywood area. So I would hate to tear down set designs. I feel like we gotta preserve them. And when we're doing live location filming, then you know we could actually build up parts of a city somewhere. But I think it'd be so cool to build a, like a movie lot with different sets and different buildings. I'm actually not even kidding you, dude. I think that's a fantastic idea. Just like a design. Dude, I'm... It's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Imagine the big sign, Swifterwood. I know. You got the fancy houses, the movie studio. Ah. I can think of I can imagine it. It would be sick. We gotta if you're in, dude, we gotta do it. Not day one, but like within a couple of weeks of you joining, we gotta start the plan. If you're in. I realize I'm getting ahead of myself. But it's hard not to. It's hard not to when it's like it's such a good idea. And I know people would eat that idea up. We have a lot of people in Twitch SMP who were interested in theater at one point in time, or are currently in theater. Is it Tam? Tam is in theater, I believe. Like, it's a really good idea, dude. It's a really, really good idea. I wish I had thought of this before I applied. Gotta tell some nerds about this. I can put into SMP Discord. Dude, do it. I'm so down. I am actually, like, really hyped about that idea. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of possibility there. I'm only gonna take the veins, because that's all I need right now. I don't even really need that much. Well, I guess I should probably take a bunch, because you never know. Okay, slash village, or home, slash back I think will take me right where I need to go. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I left here or not. Okay. I thought I started falling. I was about to be mad. For no reason in particular, but I was gonna be mad. Boop. And then some there. One right there. Okay. Now if I come down here. Sweet. It really doesn't add a ton, but, you know, it's the idea that counts. I thought it was gonna look a lot better, but it's just so dark. That's the problem with the build. Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is. I can't force it to be brighter necessarily. I mean, one day maybe I can figure out something, but not right now. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. And this is where the fun begins. I get to spread some more Skulk. It's just gonna kind of come out a little ways, not very far. I'm gonna do the floor first. Okay. And over here, let's just go up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I think we might almost be done. I don't think I'm gonna be able to add more stalagmites or stalactites, sorry. I'm struggling to have the motivation to do it, but I'm gonna try to do a few at least. Just a few here and there just to add a little bit more detail around. But I doubt I'll be able to. We'll see. Quickly getting some more water. build a little bit. Oh man, I promise. If I stand up and you guys saw my pants, they look wet, it's just water, okay? I promise. I promise it's just water. Okay. So, now, stone. Those. But no. First, we're gonna come through and we're gonna rip up all the frog lights. And I'm going to put in little posts with torches on them. Now, I need to see... Do I have any... Do I have any of the, Okay, we'll take those. And then... We could always do spruce, Spruce... fences. But I don't think I will. I twiddle with my toes when I watch RegNog. What? You twiddle with your toes. I'm sorry, what? That's a little crazy, but you know, fair enough. Yeah, it's normal. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, if it's normal, then it's okay. I'm also gonna tear this down since I already have the schematic and I've built it, so I don't need it anymore. I can't remember. Did we did this before the 12-hour stream? Because I did the cliff on my 12-hour stream. I think. What, I can't twiddle with my toes? I never said you can't twiddle with your toes. You do what you want, man. I'm not here to police you. You do you. I won't judge even, okay? You do with your feet what you want to do with your feet. Who am I to judge? Whoa, hello. You know, I thought I slept recently, but I guess I haven't. Must have been a minute. Okay, they're still idiots. Good to know. You died? I haven't died. Not a little bit. It's been a little bit, yeah. I think when I last died. Oh, he hit me. Okay. Sleepy time. Let's just fly over here. And I want to sleep. But my toes are twiddled. Why? Dream or DeQuavis? I don't know much about DeQuavis. I don't think I'm educated enough to put an opinion out there. I don't really watch either Dream or I've never watched DeQuavis. I watch Dream like maybe once a year. I see like a video, I'm like, oh, I gotta see this, but usually I don't watch them very much. Okay, where is this test at so I can turn it off? It's somewhere over here. Right here? Okay, /rg info KingRegNog. Okay, how do I delete that? /rg remove. King_reg_nog. Okay, sweet. My twiddled toes feel good. What? I'm okay. You know, fair. To each their own. I'm confused. I'm very confused. But you know, who said I? That's a bad thing. You know, I could be confused, and it's okay. Everything's okay. I need to also fix this really quick. I don't have any dirt. That's gonna have to stay away there. If I get in, I'm doing this movie thing. It's insanely good idea. It really is, dude. I know you were kind of joking about it at first, but sometimes the best ideas come out of jokes. Like I'd be so down to help. We can maybe even try to recreate like real movies. Oh, absolutely. And like, okay, like when you're like in costume and stuff, we could either do Twitch SMP has some custom props that you can get, but I don't think we would necessarily need to do that unless like that was just something that was suggested that we could do. But you either make a skin that features your own character's face. So like, for example, like if I were Batman, I have a Bat King skin, and so I would wear that. I think that would be so amazing because it would still add some uniqueness to it. And then oh, we could have some fun with it. I'd be willing to help with the music. We could do note block music in the background or something. I need to make more jokes. Absolutely, dude. Be funny. Do it. I'm trying to think what other like ideas have come out that have been like actually genius just because they were jokes though. Okay, Omnia. That started off as a joke. My neighbor Tim, exactly. Omnia was a joke though. That was part of April Fools. And now look. Like, jokes just make for good times, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Where's my thingy? I have a thing. What is it called? Stone cutter. Where's my stone cutter? Is it over here? I don't think it is. My neighbor Tim. That was a good one. We could Swifto. If you're in Twitch SMP and you finish writing My Neighbor Tim, that's a great idea. You didn't have to say. I know you started saying that as soon as I started talking. I was like, oh boy. Oh. Dude. I'm so excited. Like, if you're not in the SMP, I'm going to probably have to riot. I'm not usually the person to do that, but it's such a good idea, and I wouldn't be able to do it myself just because I don't have like the ability to run something like that myself. But I'd be willing to help with it. You have like the writing capabilities, and like the creativity, I think, to be able to run that and still also do your mega base plans on top of it, I think. Because if you only made it like, okay, we're gonna only do so many movies at once, then it's not too big of a deal, especially when you get a lot of people to help. Like, that's a server-wide event right there. I think you could get so many people to help out with it and go, oh yeah, let's make this a movie. Hmm. That's gonna be cool. I really, really hope you're in. Because that's exactly what the server needs, in my opinion. I'm stuck. Where's my stone cutter? Is it over here? No. Is it over here? No. Uh... You know, I'm an idiot. I have like 40 stone cutters in here. Are any of these unblocked? No. Okay. I'm gonna make those. Yeah. Okay. And then I need coal, and I have plenty of it over here. I don't just have coal, I have coal ore. I'm just gonna place like a bunch really quick, like right here. And we'll fortune it. Okay. King, you fool, don't use this one. My most creative name ever. Honestly, it was a solid name. I never have used it for the wrong purpose now. Okay, that's plenty of coal. Put it away here. Yeah, put that one up here. Boop. Okay. I want... I guess I have sticks already, so I just need, like... That should be enough, yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're nearing the end of this build. Like, I am putting on, like, what I would consider the finishing touch, but I would like to add some stalactites, so if I can, I'm gonna put those in first. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see if I actually do it. Boop. Do I have a spider? I do. It's broken. Why is it broken? Settings, other. I thought it was in here. Lighting? Information? No. Camera? No. Okay. It's gotta be an other. World outline? Am I dumb? There was a... Oh, show light. Right there. Right in front of me. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. Okay. There we go. Whoa. My internet died? Oh no! Well, hopefully it comes back up, or it is up now. Otherwise that's a bummer. storms here? We've had some storms out this way a little bit recently, and it's been pretty rough. Not like not a stupid amount of rain, like, oh yeah, we're gonna die kind of rain. But, you know, more than what we're used to, at least where I live. Okay. I want to put one there, okay. Not good storm, and my band even tomorrow may be canceling, which I'm kind of hoping for, because I would have to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and it would be home till 4 to 5 p.m. Dang. Yeah, it would be nice if they would cancel it then. That would be ideal. Be more convenient for you, that's for sure. Okay, boop. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it in just a little deeper, but we're gonna put soul torches on these. But I don't have any soul torches yet, so I'll probably go to right about there. Okay. Do I have soul torches anywhere? I probably don't. That's okay. That's my andesite box. Soul torches. I feel like I've crafted them before, but I don't remember what I used them on, so I don't know where they'd be at. Storms are gonna be bad tomorrow too. Dang. You guys are getting hit with all the bad weather. We've had some like nasty weather, but it's not been like terrible. Yesterday, that's what ended up knocking out the power. It wasn't even like a lot of rain, honestly. It was just a little. But it ended up knocking out the power because it was bad enough in some other places that it took it out. But earlier today it rained a little bit and it was kind of bad. Big drops of water. You know, I think I'm mixing up in my head King SMP seasons. I don't think I've ever used soul torches in this world. I want to say I used them in the last season when I was building my base, but I don't think I've used them at all in this one. Let me land really quick and we can check. Statistics. Soul items. Yeah, I've got soul sand and soul soil. Torch. That's how you spell torch, yeah. Yeah, I've never even touched a soul torch. Okay, how do you make one? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I need soul sand or soul soil, and I need a torch, right? Thought that's all it was. Boop. Question is, do I have soul sand or soul soil? Torch but with soul sand? Yeah, okay. You make a torch, not combine. Why would they not make it so you can just combine them? Like, that would be so easy. It's like coal, stick, soul sand. That's... Like, don't get me wrong. That makes sense. And you should be able to do that. But why? Why, Mojang, would you not make it so that you could also craft it the other way? Do I have that as a crafting pack thing? No? Okay. You can find them in ancient city chests. That's true. I forgot about that. I don't remember how many I need. I'm gonna make 2. But I definitely don't need more than 8. I just don't want to utilize all my soul sand if that's all I've got, because I don't want to have to go search for more. That is only 1 piece of soul sand. I need to set up a storage system in this world, like an actual proper place to store all my items. Look at all these spawning spaces. Pretty bad. Don't know where the accent came from, but wow, that was a interesting thing. Okay. Here we are. Boop. Right, and put like all the way down. We're just gonna go a little into the cave. And right here's the last one. There we go. Okay, so the entrance now looks like that. Got a little light to it, so it brings you into like... It brings you right to the cave. The light draws your attention, which is what I wanted. We still gotta build out a path, which I'll do today, I think. I like how this is set up. This looks good. The change to the blue makes it so it's not jarring. It just makes sense, okay. And then all this down here is working pretty okay, yeah. And then there's still a lot of spawning spaces in here, but I think I'm gonna give up on that. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of options there. If I'm taking long on something or struggling with something or can't go somewhere, I have just been saying, you know, finals, man. I'm not taking my finals. I got to exempt them all. Wait, what? Really? That's cool. That's awesome. But I can just say finals. Nobody will question it unless they know, but most people don't know. And people give me a break or more time. That's awesome. That's such a loophole, but I love it. I love it so much. Solid choice there. Okay. I really, really, really want to get myself to add stalactites, but I don't think I can. I think we'll probably go down there. We'll pick up our stuff. And I don't know. I guess it'll be done. I guess. I can't think of anything else I'd add that I want to add right now, you know? Well, let's clean up. This feels weird. Feels very, very weird to be wrapping this up. Huh. I'm just gonna toss everything in a box really quick. Okay. Is this done? Is this done? I mean, I didn't add anything new to this area necessarily. Like, I added that up there, but you hardly can even see it. But it adds like a little bit. I hate that I didn't finish it. Like, truly finish it. But I don't have the power, the mental power to do this. So I'm going to let that be it. And we're going to move on. It is a great build, though. I mean, when you're up here and you're, like, walking by, you don't even see it. But if you look down, you can kind of see all that. And it's like, that's kind of neat. There's something down there. I wonder what it is. Nobody, like, probably would ever go down there to find out what it is. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. This all right here is pretty okay. I don't remember how we came to this point of having this cave. It was not meant to be this big. Like, literally. Okay, actually, it was gonna be bigger than this at one point. You guys want to know a secret? So, I don't think I ever told you guys this. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, I could never, I want to build, what if you built a modern thing, King? Because you always build non-modern bases, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And so originally, this temple, I built it, right? And underneath it was this cave. And in the cave, I had no connection to the temple whatsoever, actually. Although it did spin off the idea of adding the Skulk. Down here in this cave was going to be like a artifact of some sort. Kind of like the one you touch in Starfield, for those of you who played it. Or watched it. It would be kind of like that, but if you touched it, it was going to open up a block underneath you and drop you. And then you were going to fall a couple blocks through into this white room. White map room, black map room. I couldn't decide which color I was going to do, but you're going to fall through it, and it was going to drop you through and until you eventually land in an alternate version of this place, which of this cave, which would be at like the bottom of the world, Y0, Y negative 64 rather. And then it was going to be time travel, so you were actually going to be able to go out and you were going to see like a blue sky. It was going to be a big concrete wall essentially for the sky. And I was going to build my entire base again, but below the ground. And it was going to have everything like super upgraded to be modern and high tech and stuff. And it was going to be a certain vision of the future. But I realized how stupidly large that was, and I could never get that done reasonably. And I also realized, like, as it is right now, my base is, I think right now this is the tallest point, but no, it's not. Hang on. As of right now, this tree is the tallest point in my entire base. I think. Nope. Over here. Okay, this one for real is the tallest point. It is a grand total at 179. Now that's not the highest point that's going to be, but let's just say for research purposes, 179 is going to be my tallest point. It's over 100 blocks tall. I would be very lucky if I could manage to create the world that I wanted to create by doing that. I would have to do a lot of twists and such to kind of make it look right. I'd probably have to go, oh yeah, and by the way, there's a nuclear war here, and so boom, things were blown up. But yeah, that was the original plan. But as the project got bigger and I realized how long it was going to take, there was just no way I was going to be able to actually do that, because building your entire base twice kind of sucks. Not to mention the amount of terraforming you'd have to do. Although you could redo a lot of the terraforming, which would be kind of cool, but I don't know. Now it's just Skulk. It works as a Skulk cave. The Skulk cave would not have taken nearly as long, neither would the time stone. I don't know what it would have been called, not time stone, but the artifact down there. It wouldn't have taken me nearly as long to build that, because all it would have just been like, I would have just built some structure probably out of copper, and it probably would have been just waxed copper, and it would have been like some sort of circle with another circle and then a third circle somewhere. It probably would have been something like that, and you'd stand in the middle of it at a certain time of day, and then it would drop you or something. That's what I wanted to do. And then everything grew around that. Yeah, that was the thing. I will never do that, probably. I would consider it for a creative build, to like redo the base in creative and like do everything all over again, because it's like, oh yeah, if I had light, I probably would have done this, I would have done that, I would have been able to build a lot quicker, and so I would have been willing to do so much more. What time is it? It is 9:12. Okay. I do want to... I've got so much junk on me. I seriously need to build that chest room. It's not going to happen this month, because I think I'm going to focus over in there. And so I'll actually probably be working over there here in a second. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to lay out all of these boxes right here. And yeah, they don't belong here right now. But that's a future king problem, because he doesn't know where anything belongs. Okay, this is a stone box. It can go over here with the other stuff. Stone, andesite. And you can go back over here. Okay. Internet died again. Dang. We're trying to keep you out of it, man. You want to know a secret? Yes. Always. Secrets are pretty cool. Boop. 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 Okay. That's a little more organized. That's good. Okay. Now, before we go over there and start doing things, I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to... I guess I need to sleep first. So we're going to go over here first. I'm going to sleep. And what I'm thinking is we'll do the pathway that like just slightly leads off to the cave. It's not going to just be its own thing out there. It's going to kind of have a slight pathway to it. Very, very faded, but it'll exist. I may actually just do coarse dirt for it. Like just a little bit of coarse dirt. Not full-blown path blocks. We'll see. I'm not gonna promise anything. Really? Really what? Okay. So, I'm gonna clear out the tall grass around it. This is just a small thing that I do. Whenever there's something that I want to showcase, I try to get rid of some of the obstacles, so with the tall grass moved out of the way. Boom. Nope, we're not. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. I can't read auto mod when 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 I'm using streamer bot. Okay. So this girl who I will call A is mad at AV because AV unpinned A on Snapchat and pinned an ugly girl she doesn't like. Twitch wasn't letting me talk about women in a negative way. Yeah, that happens. It's okay. Women are great. Women are pretty pog, you know? I like women. Women love me too. Just to throw that out there. They do. I've only met a handful of women who do not love me. But all that matters is your mom likes me. Wait, let me guess. Ugly guy sexist. Yep, welcome to Twitch. Okay, put one there, put one there. Okay, is that obvious enough? No, not. Okay, so now I need coarse dirt. I don't know if I have any coarse dirt. Watch this experiment, ugly guy. Yep. Right there. The duality of Twitch. Gosh. Let's just double check. Oh, I do have coarse dirt. Okay, and I have a little bit of podzol as well. Okay. We'll take this with me. It's just gotta be enough to get you going off the road and following the path. Which is right about here. Right? I can follow the path from this way. It's really hard to follow it the other way. It's gonna, like, go one by one. It's gonna be a very, very small trail. Swift is making enemies on Twitch early on. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, Swift. It is insane. It is. It's very interesting, though. Okay, it's not quite enough to get you going off the trail yet, but it is a little something something. We're gonna do a small trail of podzol as well. Just a couple pieces. One here. One here. And we'll put one down here, because it'll definitely catch your eye. Okay, now coarse dirt again. Okay. And then right here. Okay. And then we'll do one or two right here. Do one there. We'll do one right here. Okay. I have one more coarse dirt. I thought I only had one. Right here. It's a very, very slight path. Looks like it's been worn down just a little. We'll add some more path blocks, maybe. Just a couple. That's a problem. Okay. That was not supposed to go that way. Okay, I accidentally found out that you can do that. Okay, I need stone. Do I have stone up here? Perhaps, by chance, maybe. Stone? No. Stone? No. Stone? No. Stone? 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 Okay, do I have any stone over here? I have some tough. Let's take like a piece of tough, that'll be enough to hide it. As long as there's a block down there. I don't think anybody will notice that. I'm really tired. Bob, when is season 4? No clue. No clue. Probably sometime this year, that's the hope. But, we'll see. I don't have an exact idea of that yet. Which I realize is, like, not at all helpful. I just don't like joining SMPs when there's a late game. That's fair. Makes me feel poor. What if we made 2D movies too? Like, okay, I see kind of what you're saying. Thank you for the follow, Bob. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's an interesting idea, Swift. I'm not against that. Like 1 or 2 blocks. Yeah, it would be... It wouldn't have the 3D issues that you could be running into. Or maybe even maps. That would be insane. But yeah, it would make it a lot easier to make it, to make a movie that way, because you'd only have a slight background that you'd have to worry about. The rest is like, okay, yeah, you can move between these 2 blocks, and you can move left or forward and backward. That's all you'd have to worry about, which would be really nice. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just kind of do a pass here. I don't hate that. I'm kind of thinking I might go ahead and take the torch from there and kind of pass it along this way. And I just gotta decide how many I want to do all the way through here, or if I want to do it all the way through there. I may go, you know, I don't really want to bother with that many torches. If I get in, I 100% grind working on planning this idea, but it would suck to plan it all and not get it used. Absolutely. I think the movie idea would work. Because I think people will want to act and such. But yeah, planning it is going to be interesting. And if you can get some people to help you with some of the plans, it will definitely make your job a lot easier. Percy is a really good musical singer. Yes, absolutely. Musicals too. Hear me out. Hear me out. Epic the Musical, but it's Minecraft. Hmm? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hamilton, let's go. It could be fun. It could be fun. Hamilton, but in Minecraft. It could be a whole movie. Like, literally, you could make that and then post it, and it would probably pull views. I'm not a singer by any means, especially musical numbers. I cannot do those. But I can do any of the acting. I'm great at that. Okay. King would be behind the scenes. Oh, absolutely. I would be all for the lighting, the telling people, hey, it's your turn. I could do that. I can do that. Lighting, you can control the lights. I will do it. I will gladly do that. What if we use beacons and glass to make different light colors? I don't know. The beacon beam might be too strong unless we were using a texture pack to make it like somewhat transparent. I would think that it would probably be too strong to really utilize, but not against it. And they are adding colored lighting to Minecraft, so it may be that, you know, it's coming sooner rather than later. I say they're adding colored lighting to Minecraft. It's through vibrant visuals, but you can tweak it a little bit to make it colored, and I'm thinking that that's going to be a default feature in the base game at some point, is colored lighting, which would be amazing. Okay. I really should get some work done, but I suddenly lost my willpower. Okay. Let's just fly over here and look at it. Let's just look. Okay? So, like, down here, we've got this little thing. Just a small house. It needs a pathway. It'll follow the quartz here. It'll kind of go around and up and to here. There's no interior here whatsoever. That's okay. I had no pathway coming from here either. It's just a door. Okay, and then we'll take the pathway from over there down and around. Trying to follow my old line of thought here. Goes down, around, and up here. Because this is where I was going to put my enchanter, which I already tore out the enchanting table, I think. I can't remember what I ended up doing with it, but there was an enchanting table here. It's not here anymore. So I could possibly, hello. Boop. So I could possibly still put the enchantment setup here, which is a good idea. Even though I don't need one, I could put one there. It would make my mega build more mega basey, which would be nice. And then over here, there's gonna be another house here. Again, more pathways. They're supposed to kind of go around the trees. And then we'll put the trees in. And then, yeah. Okay. Just trying to think. Outside of that one Hobbit house, is there any others that we needed to do? I kind of thought about putting one there and one there. Debbie build, thank you. We already got one there. Maybe it's just the one. And then it would be all paths and trees. I hate trees. These trees, at least they're big. So, I would just have to sit there and, you know, it wouldn't take me long. I could just sit there and do it on stream though, which would be nice. I need to just go into World Edit with all the tree designs one day though. Tell them to be hollow, and then I could probably build them on this server, honestly. And then I'm trying to think what that would leave us to do after that. We've got the river that we need to work on, so I'd probably start working on that. And then it would be my goal. So after we finish the Hobbit village, we're gonna start tackling the river. And during the river, we might also work on the volcano a little bit. I don't know what that would look like yet. I've still gotta kind of think about it, but I'm just trying to get projects done right now. Before I start anything else. I want to finish a bunch of these old projects that I've had for a year, you know? Waffle Wednesday was born out of the out of building waffles to drain this river, and I've done nothing with it. And Waffle Wednesday was like probably a year ago now. I don't know, it's been a while. Maybe it's not been a full year, but the volcano, that was done a year ago. We were working on over in this section over back here. We were working on the volcano, working on trying to get it built up, and I was talking about all my plans for game development and April Fools. Good times, good times. Yeah, if we could finish that, that would really help tie in the area, I think. I also gotta build the gate over here. Build like a huge gatehouse with, well, the gate, and then it would also function as a bridge between those 2 points, which would be nice. Also, I'm gonna go look at your shop, Swifto. Yeah, I need to figure out what the goal is for the rest of the SMP. Just get through it all. Okay, so we got SM. Take a nice overhead look. Okay, okay. Not bad, not bad. Very Walmart-like. Oh. Very fancy lighting. I do like the way you're going about storage here. This is a good idea. A very good idea. Uh-oh. There's no button on the other side. What about over here? Oh, it all connects. I didn't even see. Okay, well that one does have a button. Okay. Very nice, very nice. This is gonna be nice. I don't know how many items you're intending to sell, but I'm hoping that that'll That'll look, I think it'll do a good job, yeah. It's kind of my hope that soon we can kind of redo we can sort of redo some of the shopping district. So this is Jurcorp. Okay, so that's fine now. I was gonna say if this isn't Jurv, then we're okay. I've already got that one. There's like a bunch of shops here though that just don't get stocked and don't get used. This is, you know, it's not even been robbed recently. What? Supermart promo. What? Okay. Anyway, it looks like nobody's robbed it at all, which is impressive. I don't even own this thing anymore. That's the funny thing. I just gave it away and somebody else took it over and hasn't played since then. This is now owned by... I don't remember... Did Frog bought it? Yeah. Frog owns all the shops in... that are, was his. Technically, this has been... Unreal has played in, like, the last month, but I don't think that will stay unless, you know, unless he intends to restock at the very least. That's my thing. If it's gonna stay unstocked, then I will probably remove it. Not that we need space, but more so just to like clean up the space that we're in. I want to make we can make spawn look a whole lot better if we would remove all those things, in my opinion. Or I could just organize an event called Spawn Cleanup Day, and what we do during that event is we're going to clean up spawn. And what that would look like is probably... Okay, let me come up here. Whoa. A little glitchy with shaders. Interesting. Okay. Let me eat, and then I'll show you guys. Okay. So to clean up spawn, it would basically be fixing up that pathway. Removing any shops that are unwanted or unneeded because they either don't make money and the owner wants it torn down, the owner doesn't play, any sort of reason that we can remove it, we'll remove it. And then I would go through, and I think I would add a bunch of trees. Right, add a bunch of trees. We're gonna light up the area a little bit. Although I think mob spawning is turned off in this area, yeah. So we don't even have to worry about that, but put in a whole bunch of trees, fill it in, and then if there's still anything that's kind of unsightly or that's just not being used very often, I'll go through and I'll try to make it look a little more pretty, whether that be like, okay, for example, Theo's Castle over here, that was a shop but doesn't get used anymore because it was bought by Unreal, and then Unreal said he probably wasn't going to do anything with it. I'll probably make it look more like a ruin, so I'll probably tear it up a little bit. It's a good build, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, it's gonna stick out a little bit. Same thing with that. The squid would be easy to hide behind some trees. That can stay. That I would replace with a smaller mushroom. If Nuggy doesn't intend to play, it'll probably get removed and turned into a smaller mushroom. Just I don't want to completely remove the history of that shop, but my intent is if it doesn't bring a lot to the shopping area very well. And if it isn't a shop and it's not being utilized as a shop, then it's of my mind that it shouldn't be there anymore. But the best way for me to respect that is by if I do tear it down, leaving something about it behind in some way, shape, or form. So if that means the mushroom here, I may just move it. I don't think I'll keep it in its full size. I'll probably build a smaller one somewhere out in the forest, but I will probably remove it from where it's at right now. And that'll hopefully kind of make spawn a little more cohesive. I don't know. Spawn is kind of just all over the place, which is okay to a certain degree. I haven't decided what our spawn situation is going to look like in Season 4. I'm going to kind of look over some different spawn areas and different SMPs and see what we could do. Okay. It is almost 10 o'clock, and I'm kind of tired. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go home to the village. And I want to show you guys one more time what we finished today. Even though it's not much, we really didn't do like anything. I think I rambled more than anything, but we added a small pathway to the cave. And then we added some torches in here to kind of remove the frog lights. Really just makes the whole thing feel a lot better, in my opinion. And then we added a little bit of Skulk vein in order to kind of set the tone. And over here, you can kind of see it. It's not the most pretty thing in the world. It's not as pretty as I'd like it to be. But we added up in the ceiling that crack where the veins are reaching up into and some Skulk is coming out of. There's a little bit of light to draw some perspective there. Skipper Skip Speedy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And maybe it's not the most pretty build in the world. Maybe it's not exactly what I imagined it being, but I think I'm ready to call it done. It's a good build. It's a really solid build in all honesty. I don't regret it. I think it looks good. Is that a video? No, I'm just really steady with my hand. Yeah, no, I'm just... this is something I built today, and I was just kind of looking over it. So yeah, we did a pretty good job. A pretty good job. Thank you for submitting your taxes, I appreciate it. And so now, I mean, nobody's ever gonna see it. But on the off chance that you decide, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the temple. I guess, like, if you do walk up to the temple, you'll see the little cave there, maybe. But you know, you'll follow the pathway, and then you can come up here. And on the off chance that you're like, oh yeah, what about what's in the hole? It's like, oh, it's Skulk. And then you probably won't even jump down there. Although you may. I don't know. Some people might. If you know it's down there, I think some people would want to go look. But I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the fun about it as well. Is it's kind of fun to have a build that nobody really is super aware of. You know? There's a lot of secrets in this mountain range. Or there will be if I don't have very many yet. I've got a couple that I want to keep adding more to. Especially down here in the caves. Down here. There's a little cave branch that goes off this way, and I can't remember what it was supposed to lead to. Have it leading out this way. Okay, it's supposed to lead out this way, so you have like a little shortcut across the water to get to the Hobbit village. Right, okay. That makes sense. I'm thinking my storage area is going to be in here, and there will probably be a couple of other secrets, maybe. I'd like them to be existent anyway. This over here will probably be a secret if I build it. I'm going to build a Skulk, Sarlacc, a Skulklack, the Sarlacc from Star Wars. I'm gonna build one right here. I think it'll be pretty cool if I can pull it off. We'll see. That'll be kind of secret because it's gonna be hidden. I mean, it's gonna be like this little pathway through here that's hidden behind a couple of trees. A little cave that you walk through. Very, very small. There'll be a pathway that leads out this way. And there will be like a crystal cave or something, and then it'll come back around this way, and then you walk in, and you'll see like the Sarlacc pit. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. But that'll go right there. Can I skip the ads? Can I snooze them? I'm gonna snooze. Okay. So that'll be over here. That'll be kind of a hidden thing. And then this is done. It's been done for a while now. A little over a year. And over here, this is the other thing. We've got to build a whole forest here. And this will have some secrets, I think. I'm planning on putting like another cave entrance over here. I don't know what it'll lead to. But I do like the idea of having a cave. There's also a cave. It leads out this way. Where's it supposed to go? The Nether. Okay. Gotcha. What is the server? This is my viewer joinable server, King SMP. If you would like to, you can join this. !IP in the chat will give you all the information you need. It's for both Bedrock and Java. Oh, and it also leads out over here, so... We don't really need to do a small cave entrance there if it leads to the big cave entrance over there. Although what I am going to be doing, and maybe this is why I did that, is there's going to be an underpass here. So it's going to be like a big... It's not going to be a mountain, but it's probably going to be more cliffs. So something kind of like over here. It'll be kind of like that. But you'll be able to walk through it, and it'll be kind of just a little cavern. You just kind of pass right on through. Whoa. I forgot about this. I didn't mean to spy on that, but I forgot about that. Wow, okay. Anyway, you'll walk right on through it, and then you can come out this way. But there'll be like a little entrance to the cave through there as well. Can I join? Yep, everybody's welcome to join. Hello, Bonax. Welcome on into the stream. Welcome. And then I just gotta finish a couple more things, and we're getting really close. Like, we're not close to finishing the whole base, but we're getting close to finishing all of my projects so that I can focus and finish the base. Is this all survival? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Satama, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I've done all of this in survival. This is all me. I have done... I mean, I fly around in spectator, but I don't ever touch creative unless I'm testing something for admin purposes, and that's very rare. That's a very, very rare occurrence. That's not me. I have some people who have lived near me, but most of everything... Okay, not everything you see is me. This build was mostly me, but then somebody came in and detailed that it looks really good now. This cave over here, this one right there, This was done by somebody else, but they're never gonna finish it, so I'm gonna finish it. Over, I think. I'm pretty sure I stole this wind turbine design. I built the rest of it, but the turbine I think I stole. I can't remember. And outside of that, this boat was built by somebody else. Pretty sure the rest is me. This house I think was also built by somebody else, but it was halfway built by me, I think. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Some of this was built like 2 years ago. So yeah, it's been a while, but yeah. Let's go, bro. It looks fire. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's much appreciated. I try to spend some time on it twice a week if I can, just to get something going. And it's really, really big, and it's nowhere near done. Like, let me show you guys what we've still got to go. I was showing you guys some of the projects that have already been started and are almost finished. Like, there's probably going to be a village down here. I'd like to put one down here, but I don't know if I can justify the time to spend on it. I may ask one of my friends to come do it with me, even. Just ask them, like, hey, do you want to build a couple of houses on my server with me? And that could be fun. Or we could even do it with a couple of viewers. Which world do I go in? All the worlds are the same. It's just different starting locations. It helps get you away from all the other land claims so that you can get right into the action and actually build. And also mine. That's another thing. A lot of land claims can get into the problem of mining. So there's probably gonna be a village down here with like a farm and such. It's gonna be kind of cool. It'll kind of go around and up the mountain, because there's actually going to be another mountain range, or the mountain range will extend from here over to here. There's going to be a huge castle in this if I can. I'd like to. Huge castle with this cave right there. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but there's going to be a cave, and I'm going to expand it, and it's going to be like a dragon lair. It's gonna be kind of cool. This hobbit village, I need to finish it. This is gonna be a little more terraformed to be a better river. Over up in here, you can kind of see the pathway. Takes you up into here. There's gonna be a woodcutter village, like a lumberjack village. Our export is wood. That'll be like the last village on this side. Big bridge here. I need to work on the volcano some more. There's a bunch of terraform plans over there. So I need to probably do that next month after the Hobbit village is done, then we can do that with the volcano and the river. I'll tie all three of those together if I can, because it's all terraforming. And then this village is almost done. I just got to connect up some pathways, finish that build. And it should be done, pretty much. Got to clean up some of the farms. And then the big things that I have left is all over here. And that would be things like this. Where are you? I'm at my base, which is near spawn. But it's all land claimed, so I don't know if you'd really want to be out here. But if you just want to take a little walk around it, you're more than welcome to. You can do /TPA. But all of this back here will need a cliff. And that goes on and on and on and on. Big trees all throughout here. And it's going to lead back over to here eventually. This says you're not online. I don't usually teleport. I'm just doing this so that Skipper can teleport to me. /TPA here. Boop. There you go. You can have 8 potatoes. That's, you know what? I can go home and grab some more. That's all I have, but I have more. Somewhere down here. All my chests are having trouble loading. Flashback. Yeah, enjoy. It's a pretty big area, so it'll be fun. There's gonna be a big cliff there. Big house here. Big town hall here. It's gonna be pretty cool. And then behind the ice waterfall thing, there's gonna be an ice cave. And then in the ice cave, there's gonna be a bat cave. Just a small reference to Batman, and that'll probably tie into some of my other cave systems as well, just so that it's easy transport through. But that's a fun thing. And then forest, Sarlacc pit, forest. It goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. So that this, as it's getting lower and lower and lower and lower, makes it feel like that's really, 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 really tall, which it is, but it's not as tall as you might think it is. But that will eventually give way to huge mountains, and a lot of peaks and flatland and such that will have village buildings put on. Yes, you can join the server. Absolutely. !IP gives you all the information you need. So you can see in chat there everything that's there. It's actually on 1.21.5 now. I need to update the command to reflect that, but it is on 1.21.5. But we're going to have a village, and then that's going to come out this way. I don't really know how that's going to connect up to all this terrain just yet. It works on 1.21.4. Yeah, I have a plugin called Version, and so it allows compatibility between all the different versions of Minecraft. You could play on 1.9 technically. I wouldn't recommend it because all the textures are messed up, but it functions like it's the server still functions like it's 1.21.5. So over here we'll have a pirate cove. I still want to do it. I'm intending to do it. It's just a pain in the butt. It's really far away. And then over here, this is where the end will finally happen. I will be finishing the base over here, hopefully. And there's going to be a huge archway in the in here. That's going to be basically another cave. And it'll allow boats to pass through, like huge ships. And then we'll have some ships in the harbor. And at one point in time, if I had time, I was going to build another castle out here. It was going to be like it was gonna be kind of cringy, but I wanted to do like the Nether taking over in this area and have like a big like redone Nether fortress. I forgot somebody came out here, but it was gonna be like an upgraded Nether fortress in the area. What's this? I don't know. Okay, /home village. I'm gonna sleep, but that's like all the plans. I don't. Oh, I guess there's also a statue that's gonna be out in the middle of the water here. I'd still like to do that, and I'm intending to. It's a big one. It's gonna be fun though. I'm struggling to decide. I'm struggling to decide what statue I want to put in there, but I'm gonna rip out the raid farm because it doesn't work anymore. And I'm thinking I might put in a I think I might put in like an Atlas statue or something. I don't know. So, oh no. I know that's, I'm assuming that's Jorby. I don't know why he's on the alt account. Yeah, it's me, okay. I figured as much when it said that one Jorby alt joined the game, but, it was just a theory. Okay. I'm trying to think. Alright, I'm going to reiterate the point because I've said it 100 times and I feel like I need to say it again. Next time, and for the rest of the only project I'm hoping to work on at this current point is going to be the village, the Hobbit village for a little bit. And then we'll move on from the Hobbit village after that to terraforming a little bit more. And all the while, in my free time, I will hopefully be working on I'll hopefully be working on some trees and stuff. By the way, I like my green skin. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good green. Solid green. I'm trying to think. Anything else I need to say? I don't know. Channel for God. Hello, welcome on in. Now let me log really quick and switch skins. Alright, sounds good, dude. Please don't spam. Alright, I asked you not to spam. I'm gonna time you out now, dude. Okay. What was I doing? Right. Hello. Hi, Mia Spanish. Well, hello. Welcome on in. How are you doing? A sale? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I only speak English, so I'd appreciate it if you can keep it English only, please, though. I am blue now. You are blue. It's also a good shade of blue. I like it. GG's, dude. You got good color choices. I like it. Channel for God, please don't spam. I will ban you next time. Like, you got one more chance. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Me Mexico, no USA. I almost said I'm sorry. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, I have a dog. I didn't know I had a dog. Ah, that's awesome. What the heck? Okay. I'm actually gonna wrap up stream soon, guys. See you later, Sale. Welcome on, or thanks for popping in. My words are tripping up. I'm all over the place. Yeah. I'm gonna end stream now though. But I'm gonna end with a raid. So on Twitch side, we always raid people. This is just how I roll. So YouTube, if you would like to, you can join the Twitch and join with the raid. However, if you would like, you can just end your journey here and find another streamer. I don't have the redirect feature yet, so I can't utilize that. But I appreciate all of you on YouTube for watching. It's been a lot of fun. I will hopefully see a lot of you again on Monday when I come back. But until then, that's all from me, YouTube. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Boop.